All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Sunday. So good to be back. We haven't been on since Monday of last week, and that just couldn't be helped. I had a week long of long days at the radio station last week. We were doing something called Senior Salutes, where we salute all the graduating seniors of our local high schools, and there's an awful lot of high school seniors, and it takes a while. So it was 5 very late nights at the radio station, and I figured, you know what, I'll just wait till this weekend to resume, and that's what we're doing. All right, when we last left you, we had the Dolphins beating the 49ers, and that was back on Monday. You haven't missed anything since then. We have a triple header for you today, as we'll try to get caught up with Week 10 of our current NFL sim season. First up, it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is a big game for the Saints anyway. Carolina is 7-2, trying to stay alive in the NFC playoff picture. But the Panthers are currently in last place in the NFC East. The New Orleans Saints are 3.5 games behind the LA Rams in the NFC West. But the Saints are pretty much out of the picture when it comes to trying to win the division, unless the Rams have a big-time collapse. But the Saints are still battling for a wild card spot. So it's a big game for them. So let's take a look at the standings now. Evil Dead is 72-54. That puts him 18 games over 500. I assume he's taking the Saints in this one, but I'm going to wait and see. Gracie is 53-53. She's right at 500. She's taking New Orleans. And Misty is 52-53, 1 game under 500. And she is taking the Panthers. All right. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We'll start a couple of minutes early here. It'll be the Panthers and the Saints to kick off our triple header here today, here at Jammin' Sports. It's the Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the Panthers and the Saints. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Sunday afternoon. Peneghetti is also taking the Saints. All right. Evil Dead's got the Saints. I pretty much figured as much. Carolina will kick off. We're underway, live from the Big Easy. This will be fielded at the goal line by Logan Hawks over the 15-20. And Hawks brings it out to the 25-yard line. So Evil Dead and Evil Dead Jr. in the house. Peneghetti. Starting quarterback for New Orleans is Kurt Conger, the rookie out of USC. So we have the Pinball Wizard here today. All right. Good deal. Royalty. We have royalty here today. The Pinball Wizard is here. Arcade royalty. There you go. I like it. The Saints at 5-4, the Panthers at 2-7. Been a rough season for the Panthers. What else is new? 1st and 10 for the Saints. They come out from their own 25, 3 to the near side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger fakes the handoff, throws near side, caught by Brandon. And Tony Brandon, the former Patriot, out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 8. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2. Yeah, it was last season, Evil Dead. We'll just start a new one for him this season. It'll be 2nd and 2 for New Orleans from their own 33-yard line. Hope everybody's having a good Mother's Day. On 2nd and 2, Conger looking, throws, caught by Ferguson. And Evan Ferguson out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 8. The second-year tight end out of Utah. And that'll be a New Orleans first down. Nobody this week can be eliminated from the playoffs, but if the Panthers were to lose today and then lose next week, they would be mathematically eliminated. Pretty much the Panthers have to win out to stay alive. 1st and 10 from the 41. Conger in the shotgun, 4 wide. Hands off to James Wilder, and Wilder makes his way across midfield to the 47-yard line. A 12-yard gain, another New Orleans first down. James Wilder in his 9th year out of Tennessee. Yeah, I got your text earlier that you forgot it was Mother's Day. Even Cherie thought it was next week. Made her a ham sandwich. There you go. That's love when they make you a ham sandwich. True love is a ham sandwich, I always say. 1st and 10 New Orleans from the Carolina 47-yard line. Love is in the small things, not the big things. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Sets up a screen pass to Wilder. And Wilder is going to lose some yardage back to the 49. In fact, a loss of 4 yards. Wow, you even put butter in it. Now that's love. Trevor Norton in his 2nd year out of Missouri, the defensive tackle on the tackle. Well, I took Misty and Gracie someplace nice today. We went to Taco Bell. Right? That's nice around here, Taco Bell. 2nd and 14 from the 49-yard line. Saints come out 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Throws. And it's nearly picked off. Incomplete. Let's take a look at the New Orleans offense. Up front, Vaughn, Boyd, Walker, Stevenson, Toomer. And then it's Hawks, Walker, Wilder, Ferguson, and Curtis. Excuse me. Yeah, I like Taco Bell. It'll be 3rd and 14 for the Saints at their own 49-yard line, the opening drive of the ball game. Got that allergy cough going again. On 3rd down, Conger looking, rolls out, and Conger gets hit and fumbles the ball away. It's recovered by Martin Gates, the defensive tackle. Let's see who made the hit. The hit was made by 93, Damian Griffey, the 6th-year defensive end out of Penn State. Knocks the ball away, and the Panthers recover the loose football. And now Carolina's going to have great field position as New Orleans fumbles the ball away on their opening drive. This will be Carolina's opening drive. They'll start at the Saint 40-yard line. Excuse me. First and 10, Panthers. Great field position at the New Orleans 40. Luke George is the quarterback in his 2nd year out of Cal Berkeley. George draws back. George looking, steps up, throws, dumps it off to Darrell Holt to the 37-yard line. A gain of 3. Andrew Moore on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 8th year out of Nevada. It'll be 2nd and 7. We have 3 games for you tonight. We'll have the Packers and the Colts after this, and then we'll have the Chargers and the Broncos after that. On 2nd and 7 from the 37-yard line, 5 wide. Empty backfield, George in the shotgun. George drops back, throws, caught by Moore. Down to the 30, a gain of 7. Caught by Jared Moore, the 3rd-year tight end out of Notre Dame. Benjamin Clements on the tackle, and that'll be just shy of the marker. It'll be 13 inches. Yeah, the late nights are done, but I do have a softball game tomorrow on the radio. I'll tell you about that in a second. George in the shotgun, 13 inches. George looking, throws, and it's intercepted by Ben Clements. And the Saints get it right back. Ben Clements, the 8th-year defensive back out of Texas, picks it up. Grace is in here looking at your comment. Taco Hell is good stuff. Taco Hell, yes. Say hi, Gracie. That's right. She gave a thumbs up. So the Saints get the ball back. Both teams have fumbled, or both teams have turned it over here in the first quarter. This will be the Saints' second possession. 1st and 10 starting at the 21-yard line. Gracie's eating a cupcake. Oh, Guru's here too. Say hi to Guru. 1st and 10 from the 21. Conger back to throw. Throws down the middle. Caught by Brandon. Nope. Incomplete. Couldn't hold on to it. Broken up by the linebacker, Wade Sullivan. Here's the Panther defense. They play a 4-3. Griffey, Gates, Norton, and Andrews up front. Linebackers, Elliott, Sullivan, and Gates. And the secondary, Smith, O'Neal, Claxton, and McCleskey. 2nd and 10, New Orleans at their own 21-yard line. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide, Conger in the shotgun. Conger hands off to Wilder, and Wilder makes a move, and Wilder all the way out to the 31, a gain of 10. And that'll be a New Orleans first down. In his 9th year out of Tennessee, still going strong, James Wilder. All 9 seasons with New Orleans. Softball on the radio tomorrow. The Gordonsville Tigerettes have once again made it all the way to the region semifinal game. They play Red Bowling Springs tomorrow. If the Tigerettes win, they will play in the region championship, and they're guaranteed to play in the sub-state this weekend. If they win the sub-state game, then they go to the state tournament in Murfreesboro next week. Yep, 1st and 10 from the 31. Conger throws and nearly picked off. He overthrew Ferguson, and David Claxton, it bounced off of him. 4th-year safety out of Syracuse. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, make your plans. Gracie's birthday's in 15 days. On the 25th. That's Memorial Day. I'll be off that day. Oh, that's nice. Okay. No, I'll be off that day. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Yeah, should be 22. Conger under center. Conger hands off to Wilder. And James Wilder out to the 39. A gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. She wants to go to her favorite restaurant, Cece's Pizza. It's down the road. It's kind of a all-you-can-eat buffet pizza place. They have arcade games and stuff like that. I'm sorry, what? And she wants to shop, too. That goes without saying. 3rd and 2 for the Saints. Yeah, they have some there, yes. 3rd and 2 from the 39-yard line. Not many, though, like maybe 2 or 3. Conger in the shotgun, looking, throws, caught by Wilder out of the backfield, and James Wilder out to the 48. That'll be a gain of 9, and that'll be a New Orleans first down. 3:50 and counting here in the first quarter, no score. This is New Orleans' second possession. Both teams have turned it over on their first drives. They have a pretty good spread at Cece's. They have the salad bar. Yeah. Missy says we got to get there before the lunch crowd. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Conger in the shotgun, first and 10. Conger to Lattimore, and Lattimore up the middle. This is Devin Lattimore, the second-year back out of North Carolina State, the youngest of the 4 Lattimore brothers. He picks up a first down for New Orleans. Yeah, CC's, they have a salad bar. They have a all-you-can-eat pizza buffet, and they keep the pizzas coming. All sorts. They have the regular ones, the sausage and the pepperoni and the ham and stuff, Canadian bacon. But they also have other stuff. They also have pasta and macaroni and cheese. And they have dessert pizzas too. It's pretty good. Yeah, their pasta is good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. If you ever come here, we'll go there. First and 10 from the 37-yard line. Conger looking. Conger throws, and Ferguson can't hold on. It was broken up the last second by Donovan Elliott, the second-year linebacker out of Cal Berkeley. It'll be second and 10. They actually, I know it's going to sound funny, but they have a spinach pizza that's actually pretty good. I like it. Yeah, it's a pizza buffet. It's really good. Second and 10 from the 37-yard line. Conger to Walker. And this is Lucas Walker, the rookie out of San Diego State, picks up a yard. It'll be third and 9 as Norton comes up, makes the tackle. Trevor Norton in his second year out of Missouri. And that'll bring up third and 9 for the Saints at the Carolina 36. 4 receivers set wide. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger throws. And it's caught by Isaac Curtis, the former Bengal, down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 17. And a New Orleans first down. The 10th-year receiver out of the University of Washington spent 9 years with the Bengals. He was let go. The Saints picked him up. Coming up to make the tackle, number 30, Everett McCluskey, in his 4th year out of Akron. First and 10 for the Saints at the Carolina 19-yard line. 5 wide, empty backfield. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking, throws, caught by Wilder out of the backfield, breaks a tackle, and Wilder down to the 11, a gain of 8. Make it a gain of 7. It'll be second and 3. Claxton came over, made the tackle. David Claxton, 4th-year safety out of Syracuse. Second and 3 for the Saints at the Panther 11-yard line. For a pizza buffet, it's quite good. It really is. Second and 3 from the 11. Conger looking, throws, caught by Nelson. And Nelson is going to lose 3 yards on the catch, back to the 14-yard line. As Willis came up, Mike Willis, the rookie linebacker out of Washington, made the tackle. Connor Nelson, the 4th-year tight end, also out of Washington. 87 miles, the closest pizza buffet. Their closest pizza buffet is 87 miles away. Wow. Don't you have like a Domino's or a Pizza Hut or something nearby? Third and 5 from the 14-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger rolls out. And now Conger is going to run for it. He gets the first down as he scrambles down to the 5-yard line. A gain of 9. First and goal, Saints. O'Neal comes up and makes the tackle. Eric O'Neal, the 9th-year safety out of Colorado State. Well, that's not a sit down until you throw it buffet. Okay, I got you. I can't hear you, Misty. What? The what? All I heard was pickles. Oh, Misty saw there was a new Kool-Aid flavor out. It's called pickles. I'll pass. First and goal from the 5-yard line. Saints trying to catch in here. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Conger to Walker. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lucas Walker, the rookie out of San Diego State, a 5-yard touchdown run, and New Orleans goes up 6-0. It's a nice drive by the Saints coming off the interception. I didn't know there was still Golden Corrals around. That's right, there's one in Cookeville. I forgot about that. There used to be a Ryan's Steakhouse. I used to like Ryan's. Jerome Taylor for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. The Saints lead at 7-0. 28 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Packers and the Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that one. And then we have the Chargers and the Broncos. And we'll be in Denver for that one. Jerome Taylor will kick off. Here locally, well, I'll tell you here in a second. There's the kickoff by Taylor. From the goal line, Franklin brings it back out. J.T. Franklin over the 25 and out to the 29-yard line. The 6th-year receiver out of SMU, the former Raider. And the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 for the 29 as Luke George comes back out. There is a possibility that 3 of our 4 baseball and softball teams will make it to the state championship tournament again. The only team that won't would be the Smith County Lady Owls softball team. They're just bad. They're really bad. The Gordonsville Tigerettes softball team and then the Gordonsville Tigers and the Smith County Owls baseball team, they have a good shot to make it to Murfreesboro as well. That'll be a busy week next week. Not this week coming up, but the next week. George to Dupree on the carry on first down. Israel Dupree, the rookie out of Southern Miss, to the 37-yard line. A gain of 8. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2. Israel Dupree on the carry. And I believe that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Saints up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports, the Panthers and the Saints. Saints lead at 7-0. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Carolina at their own 37-yard line. The Panthers at 2-7. The Saints at 5-4. The Saints, even though they're 3.5 games behind the Rams in the NFC West, they're still in the thick of it when it comes to the wild card situation in the NFC. On 2nd and 2, George in the shotgun, 3 to the far side. George hands off to Darryl Holt, and Holt makes his way to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 and a Carolina first down. Darryl Holt in his 3rd year out of Maryland, or 11th year out of Maryland. First down, Carolina. First and 10 for the Panthers now at their own 43. 4 wide. Moore in motion, the tight end. George to Holt. And Darryl Holt gets stacked up for maybe a yard. Making the hit, Ryder Roberts, the 2nd-year defensive end out of Oregon. Gain of a yard, it'll be 2nd and 9. Panthers come out. Everybody in tight, single back. George under center. McAvoy in motion. George to Dupree. And Israel Dupree to the 47. Crosses midfield. A gain of 8. It's going to bring up 13 inches. Dupree, just a rookie out of Southern Miss. Panthers kind of changing it up today. They've got Holt has been in there. They got Dupree in there. Running back by committee. 3rd and inches from the 47. George in the shotgun. George looking, throws, and incomplete. He led his receiver too much. We're looking for Philip Lee, and it was nearly picked off by Ray Harris, the 3rd-year defensive back out of Portland State. It'll be 4th down for the Panthers. Let's see if they punt. Back to punt, Jordan Finch in his 8th year out of Auburn. Finch gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback, and New Orleans will have it at the 20-yard line. Let's find out who these teams play in Week 11 next week. Look at the old schedule here. New Orleans will be at the Rams. That's a big game in the NFC West. And for Carolina next week, they'll be hosting the New York Giants. Saints lead it 7-0, 6:20 left to play here in the first half. New Orleans will start from their own 20-yard line. Conger under center. Conger hands off to Wilder, and Wilder back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Coming in there to make the stop, number 94, Trevor Norton, the defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Now tomorrow, when we get in from softball, I hope to get a game in. On 2nd and 10 from the 20, 4 wide. Conger looking. Conger throws near side, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down. I hope to get the Raiders-Seahawks game in tomorrow when I come in. And then they'll just leave us 2 games to finish the week on Tuesday. 4 wide, 3 to the far side, 3rd and 10. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looking. Conger rolls out, throws downfield, and caught on the sideline by Tony Brandon down to the 39. A gain of 19 yards. And that'll be a New Orleans first down. The 11th year receiver out of Notre Dame, the former New England Patriot, Tony Brandon. He's in his 2nd year with the Saints after spending 9 seasons with the Patriots. 1st and 10 for the Saints. They come out 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Conger looking. Conger throws, and he overthrows a wide open Logan Hawks. Incomplete. He kind of stepped up when he threw. It added some momentum to the ball. It'll be 2nd and 10 from their own 39. 5.5 minutes left here in the 2nd quarter. 4 wide, single back. Conger in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Conger hands off to Wilder. And Wilder picks up a yard, actually lost a yard. Actually, now they say no gain, as Norton makes the tackle again. It'll be 3rd down for the Saints at their own 38-yard line. Four wide, 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger drops back. Conger throws, and again misses a wide open Logan Hawks. It'll be excuse me. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 10. I got that pesky allergy cough. It's back. Jake White, the rookie out of Auburn, back to punt, gets the punt away. Fielded at the 12-yard line by J.T. Franklin and brings it upfield out to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will take over, 1st and 10, as Luke George will come back out. Excuse me. .452 left to play here in the first half. Excuse me. We'll be in Indianapolis after this for the Packers and the Colts. That's a big game for both teams. On 1st and 10, 4 receivers wide. George in the shotgun. George looking. Throws. Caught by Jared Moore out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 9. James Templeton on the tackle. 10th year defensive back out of South Carolina. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Panthers at their own 37-yard line. Saints lead it 7-0. George under center. George throws, caught by Quick. And Quick out to the 43-yard line. John Quick, the 2nd-year receiver out of Georgia. That'll be a gain of 6 and a Panther first down. Yeah, we do have some allergy medicine around here somewhere. Maybe Misty can find it for me and I can take one. Suppress my cough. And some tea, if you would. Thank you much. Coming up on 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. On first down, Panthers come out in the offset eye. George looking. George fires downfield, but out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. John Cunningham was in the area, the 5th-year receiver out of Oregon. 2nd and 10 for the Panthers at their own 43-yard line. 3:51 left in the half. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George under center. George draws back. George to Moore. And Jared Moore out to the 44. They cross midfield. And that'll be a gain of 13 yards and a first down. Thank you so much, Misty. Appreciate that. Misty's the best, y'all. No, save him for a moment. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Panthers in Saint territory. George under center. Lee in motion. George, play action. Rolls out. Fires off to Lee. That's Philip Lee, the tight end, out to the 41-yard line in his 2nd year out of Southern Miss. A gain of 3 to be 2nd and 7. Oh, okay. Hammond comes up, makes the tackle for the Saints. Sean Hammond, 3rd-year linebacker out of Alabama. We have an injury timeout on the play. We've got the Packers and the Colts after this. And then we have the Chargers and the Broncos after that. In NFL Sunday here at Jammin' Sports. I apologize for the coughing. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Panthers now at the New Orleans 41-yard line. George in the shotgun. George hands off to Darryl Holt, and Holt gets outside and makes his way down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. Sean Hammond again on the tackle for New Orleans will bring up 3rd and 1. Carolina at the Saint 35-yard line. The first game of our triple header here for you today here at Jammin' Sports. Saints up 7-0. Panthers come out in the eye. George under center. George, play action. George rolls out. And George is going to take off. Looks like he's got the first down. 2 yards to the 33. Yep. First down, Panthers. Luke George, he's a big quarterback. He's about 6'5 and a half. very nearly 6'6". He's probably closer to 6'6". He's got linebacker size. He's a big load. There's something I didn't expect to say. He's a big guy. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Hard to bring down. Carolina comes out in the I formation. 1st and 10. George under center. George hands off to Holt. And Holt to the 32-yard line. As we hit the 2-minute warning. Saints up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Saints lead at 7-0. 2 minutes left in the first half. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Hey, I knew you'd catch that. Panthers at the New Orleans 32-yard line. Excuse me. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. Excuse me. George, high snap. Hands off to Holt. And Holt picks up a yard before being brought down by Nelson Kirk, the rookie defensive tackle out of South Florida. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 from the 31-yard line. Big 3rd down for Carolina. They come out 4 wide. George in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks downfield. Throws. Caught by Moore. And Jared Moore, the tight end, down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 15 yards and a Carolina first down. Tony Claxton made the tackle for New Orleans, but it's a Panther first down. That'll move the chains. Carolina trying to tie the game up here before halftime. Been it's a sloppy first half as both teams turned it over once. Been kind of a defensive game. 1st and 10, Panthers from the Saints 16-yard line. George in the shotgun. George drops back. Rolls out. Fires deep. Out of the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for John Cunningham. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. 59 seconds left. Here in the half. On 2nd and 10. 2 backs in the backfield. George between them in the shotgun. George draws back. George rolls out. And George is going to take off down the sideline. And he's in for the touchdown. A 16-yard run by Luke George. Second-year quarterback out of Cal Berkeley. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this one up. That's a nice drive by the Panthers. We've had a lot of upsets this week. Have you noticed that? I know Evil Dead has. It's just been one of those weeks. And now Chris Jackson will come on, the 2nd-year kicker out of Tennessee, for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 7 with 50 seconds left here in the first half. Funny story about Chris Jackson, the kicker there for the Panthers. He was acquired by Carolina last season after the Panthers played the Cowboys, and their kicker at the time missed all 4 extra points in that game. And the Cowboys won by 2, so that was really the difference in the game. Since Chris Jackson has joined the Panthers, now check this out. He has not missed an extra point or a field goal. He's been perfect. Panthers Saints tied at 7. Misty's complaining because I didn't wish her a happy Mother's Day until late this afternoon. I took her to Taco Bell. There's the kick from the 2-yard line. Logan Hawks over the 20-25. And Hawks out to the 31-yard line. Logan Hawks, the 12th year receiver out of Syracuse. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. What? You got rain coming? 45 seconds left here in the half. The Saints with the football at their own 31-yard line. Let's see if the Saints let's see if the Saints can break the tie before halftime. 4 receivers wide, 3 to the near side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger back, throws, caught by Ferguson, and Evan Ferguson breaks the tackle and gets out to the 43-yard line, a gain of 12. New Orleans takes a timeout with 39 seconds left in the half. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Gracie knows. Excuse me. 1st and 10, New Orleans now at their own 43. Saints are favored in this game, but the Panthers are playing them tough so far. 1st and 10 for the Saints. They come out 5 wide, empty backfield. Conger in the shotgun. Conger drops back, throws down the middle, and missed his target. Incomplete. Led his receiver too much. Looking for Isaac Curtis across the middle. It'll be 2nd and 10. And that'll stop the clock with 37 seconds left here in the half. On 2nd down. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger looks. Conger throws and caught by Logan Hawks across midfield to the 39-yard line. 18 yards. And New Orleans takes a timeout. They have 1 left. 1st down, Saints at the Panther 39-yard line. It'd be a 56-yard field goal from here. They're going to want to get closer. .31 seconds left. Saints come out 1st and 10. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And somebody jumped. Let's see who. They're going to call that on Carolina. And that's going to make it 1st and 5 at the 34-yard line. And now it's a 51-yard field goal from here. So the Saints get a little bit closer, but they're going to want to get closer still. A 51-yard field goal is no gimme. First and 5 from the 34. Saints come out. 4 wide. Single back. Conger in the shotgun.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Conger draws back. Steps up. Throws and overthrew Wilder out of the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 5, and that'll stop the clock with 26 seconds left. Conger has missed some wide open receivers all throughout this first half. Several times. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 34-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun. Conger draws back, looking, steps up. Conger rolls out, dumps it off to Wilder. He doesn't get far. Picks up a yard to the 33-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Dwayne Smith on the tackle, the 11th-year defensive back out of Clemson. As the Saints take their final timeout with 10 seconds left here in the first half. Are they going to try a 50-yard field goal on third down? Or try to throw it out downfield? What will New Orleans do here? Let's see. If it was me, I'd try a quick out and get closer. They're going to go ahead and try it. Jerome Taylor, the seventh-year kicker out of Clemson, from 50 yards to give New Orleans the lead. Snap, kick is up. Line drive kick. Missed it. No good. 6 seconds left. You kind of knew it when he kicked it. It didn't have any height on it. It was a line drive kick. Yeah, it's 19. They're kicking. Now with 6 seconds left, the Panthers will have it at their own 40. Are they going to line up for a Hail Mary? Probably. We've seen Hail Marys work 3 times this season already. Twice for the Browns. Once for Dallas. 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George back, throws deep into a crowd, bouncing around. Incomplete, 1 second left. Broken up by Ben Clements, 8th-year defensive back out of Texas. 1 second left till half. They'll try it again. It was very nearly tipped to Franklin. Couldn't hold on. 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Carolina comes out 4 wide, 3 to the far side. George looking, throws it deep, and is picked off by Ben Clements. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Panthers 7, Saints 7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. We get set to start the third quarter. Panthers and Saints are tied at 7. Panthers at 2-7, the Saints at 5-4. Carolina will get the second half kickoff as Jerome Taylor will kick off for New Orleans. By the way, this is the first of our late afternoon games here in Week 10. The 4 o'clock games, 4:30 games. There's the kick from the 3-yard line. John Quick brings it back over the 20-25, and Quick out to the 26-yard line. And that's where Carolina will take over. Luke George will come out to lead the offense. By all accounts, the Saints should be up at least 17-7 by now. They've missed a lot of wide open receivers in the first half. Let the Panthers hang around. George in the shotgun, 3 to the far side, 1st and 10. George fakes the handoff, throws, and he misfires, incomplete down the middle. It'll be 2nd and 10. Looking for John Cunningham, the wide receiver. 2nd and 10 Carolina at their own 26. 2 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Hands off to Darrell Holt. He gets stacked up. A loss of 2 yards. Making the tackle, the linebacker, Sean Hammond. It'll be 3rd and 12 for Carolina back at the 24-yard line. .735 and counting. 3rd and 12. 2 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun between them. George drops back. Throws downfield. Franklin, a diving catch. 12 yards out to the 36-yard line, and that'll be a first down. J.T. Franklin, the former Raider, in his 6th year out of SMU. Spent 5 years with the Raiders, now in his 1st season with the Panthers. Coming up on 7 minutes left. Here in the 3rd quarter, Panthers on the move. 1st and 10, everybody in tight. George under center. George fakes the handoff, throws, and incomplete. Tell you what, he was looking for McAvoy. Sean McAvoy, the rookie out of Notre Dame, the tight end. Both quarterbacks have missed some wide open receivers. It has not been a quarterback showcase by any means. 2nd and 10 from the 36. George in the shotgun. George to Dupree. And Israel Dupree to the 37, a gain of a yard. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Ryder Roberts, the defensive end, on the tackle. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Carolina from their own 37-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George in the shotgun. George fakes the handoff, throws, and caught by J.T. Franklin. And Franklin down to the 38. That's a 25-yard gain by J.T. Franklin. Down to the 38-yard line of New Orleans. Misty's looking out the window. She says, we got rain coming? It's really dark over there? Okay. It's going to be a busy 2 weeks for me at the radio station. We've got a game tomorrow. And there'll be games Wednesday and Thursday, and possibly Saturday. It all depends on what happens. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. George under center. George to Dupree. And Dupree picks up a yard to the 39. Actually, a loss of a yard, I'm sorry, to the 39. It'll be 2nd and 11. Hammond, Sean Hammond, the linebacker, came in, made the tackle. Yep. Yeah, it was in the forecast. Rain. 2nd and 11. George looking, hands off to Holt. And Darryl Holt finally down at the 39-yard line, no gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 11. Ryder Roberts again on the tackle. 5:10 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 11, 3 to the far side. George in the shotgun. George fakes the handoff inside. Bumps into his own player, affects his throw, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and the Panther drive stalls out. Let's see if they try a 56-yard field goal here. Chris Jackson now, he's not missed any type of field goal since they signed him last season. He's going to be tested here from 56 yards. 2nd-year kicker out of Tennessee. Kick is up, and I think he finally missed his first one. Yep. Well, all good things must come to an end. He finally missed his first field goal as a Panther. It'll be a turnover on downs now, and the Saints will take over at the spot of the kick. And the Saints will have great field position. We're tied at 7 here in the third quarter. 4:49 left to play in the third. New Orleans will start from their own 46-yard line. We're at the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Saints come out, 3 to the near side. Conger in the gun. Conger pump fakes. Conger throws, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Broken up by Mike Willis, the rookie linebacker out of Washington. They were looking for Isaac Curtis across the middle. Incomplete to be 2nd and 10. Had Willis not broken it up, that would have been a big gain. I think Curtis would have caught that for a big yardage. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Conger under center.
Here we go now.
Conger to Wilder. And Wilder to the 48. Gain of 2 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. As Trevor Norton made the tackle for the Panthers. Big 3rd down for the Saints now. 3rd and 8 from their own 48-yard line. 4 wide, but they're in tight. Conger in the shotgun. Conger drops back. Conger throws and throws it out of bounds. Incomplete. And New Orleans will have to punt. Well, we've been tied at 7 for a while now. Jake White will come on to punt, the rookie out of Auburn, with 4:13 left to play here in the third quarter. White gets the punt away. And that's going to go out of bounds at the 17. And now Carolina will take over, 1st and 10, with 4:08 left here in the third quarter. Luke George comes back out to lead the offense. We have the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts after this. 1st and 10. Yeah, Pats versus the Pats. In the offset eye, George to Holt. And Holt gets taken down for a 3-yard loss. The linebacker, Kelsey Robinson, in his 6th year out of Southern Miss, on the tackle. Loss of 2 to be 2nd and 12. Under 4 minutes now left to play in the third quarter. 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. Back at their own 14. 5 wide. Empty backfield. George in the shotgun. George going to take off. And Luke George across the 20 to the 23-yard line. A gain of 9. Make it a gain of 8. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Craig Spires, the former Buccaneer, on the tackle. In his 14th year out of Iowa, the defensive end. He spent 13 years with the Bucs. Bucs let him go. The Saints picked him up. 3rd and 4. Carolina comes out. George in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
George looking, throws, and caught down the sideline. John Cunningham, he's going to score. 77 yards, touchdown, Carolina. John Cunningham in his 5th year out of Oregon. A 77-yard touchdown catch. He had a step down the sideline. And George hit him in stride. He was gone. And the Panthers take the lead as they go up 13-7. It's Carolina's first lead of the game. And now Chris Jackson comes out. He still hasn't missed an extra point as a Panther, Jackson. Hope I didn't jinx him. Kick is up. And it's good. Panthers lead at 14-7, 3:04 left here in the third quarter. Live from the Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here on this Mother's Day. Great to have you along. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. There you go. Well, the Saints offense has struggled. Don't forget Penn and Getty's here. That's right. The Pinball Wizard is here as well. Chris Jackson will kick off for Carolina. A yard deep. Logan Hawks brings it out over the 20, 25. And Hawks out to the 27-yard line. Where the Saints will take over with 3 minutes left in the third. Kurt Conger, the rookie quarterback out of USC. Peyton Hicks was a free agent. He went to the Redskins. And he's doing good things with the Redskins right now. He has Washington in first place. So they drafted Conger. 1st and 10 from the 27. Conger under center. Conger draws back, looking, throws, and caught by Ferguson, who gets upended at the 46-yard line. A gain of 19 yards to Evan Ferguson, the tight end. First down, Saints. The second-year tight end out of Utah. Dwayne Smith, the defensive back, on the tackle. First and 10, New Orleans. Conger under center. Hands off to Wilder, who gets out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Panthers lead at 14-7 with 2:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Be 2nd and 8 for the Saints at their own 48-yard line. If the Saints were to lose and the Rams were to beat New Orleans next week, the Rams would wrap up the division, believe it or not. Conger throws and is picked off by O'Neal, and that's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Carolina. A 48-yard interception return for touchdown by Eric O'Neal, the 9th-year safety out of Colorado State. It's a pick 6, 48 yards. It was intended for Ferguson, and O'Neal just jumped the route, and he was gone. And the Panthers have now scored 20 unanswered points with the extra point to come. Davis has joined us. Welcome in, Sports Davis. Misty says hi. Jerome Taylor will come on, or I'm sorry, not Taylor. Chris Jackson will come on for the extra point. And put the Panthers up by 2 touchdowns. Kick is up, and it's good. 21-7. Panthers lead it. 1:53 left here in the third. There's still time for New Orleans to come back, but they need to get their acting gear. 21 unanswered Panther points, and they lead it 21-7. Davis in the house. It reminded me of something. Big news in the video game world late last week. I don't know if you saw, but the makers of NFL 2K5, what is that? Take-Two, the ones that make the basketball game. They announced late last week that they are not going to come out with a new NFL game. There's the kick from the 2-yard line. Wilder over the 15, 20, 25, and Wilder out to the 31-yard line. There's been rumors over the last couple of years that Take-Two, who makes the NBA 2K series, was going to return with NFL 2K. But it was on Thursday of last week that they announced that they are discontinuing those plans because they cannot make it a football simulation game. EA Sports has the exclusive rights for that, and they don't want to make an arcade game or something else. So they've just said, we're just not doing it. 1st and 10, Conger looking, throws near side, caught by Brandon. A loss of 2 yards. Tony Brandon caught it, but he was tackled immediately by David Claxon, the 4th-year safety out of Syracuse. Take-Two did not want to invest the money to create a new game if it wasn't going to be a simulation game. And I get that. Well, Blitz was actually... What company came out with Blitz? Wasn't it EA? 2nd and 12 from the 29. Conger looking, throws. Caught by Brandon, and Tony Brandon out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a New Orleans first down. The reason why NFL Blitz doesn't exist anymore, Midway, there you go, is not so much the exclusive license. It's just that the NFL didn't like the game. It was too violent. Yeah, you're right. It was Midway. First and 10, New Orleans. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. At their own 43-yard line. Conger in the shotgun. Conger to Lattimore. And Devin Lattimore across midfield. Down to the 21 or 41-yard line. 16 yards for Devin Lattimore in his second year out of North Carolina State. First down, Saints in Panther territory. Panthers lead at 21-7. Wade Sullivan on the tackle. The 6th-year linebacker out of Michigan. It really is. It's becoming one. You read my mind, Evil Dead. I was thinking, I don't think Midway exists anymore. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Conger under center. Conger to Wilder. And Wilder to the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. Tackle made by number 53, Mike Willis. And that might do it for the third quarter here. At the end of 3, Panthers lead at 21-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the fourth quarter. Carolina with a 2-touchdown lead over New Orleans, 21-7. This would be not a major upset, but it would be a minor upset. They dissolved in 2010. Thank you, Evil Dead. See, that's why Evil Dead is the director of information. He's on it. On 2nd and 8, Conger under center. Conger looking. Conger throws, and Curtis can't hold on. Broken up by Wade Sullivan, the linebacker. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Saints at the Carolina 39-yard line. So basically, to recap, Take-Two Productions, the makers of the NBA 2K game, have decided not to pursue NFL 2K, bringing it back. That was announced Thursday. 3rd and 8, Conger looking. Throws and caught by Marshall. Alvin Marshall down to the 27-yard line. A gain of 12 and a New Orleans first down. fifth-year receiver out of Idaho. Dwayne Smith on the tackle. You might be asking yourself, well, they came out with All-Pro Football 2K8 several years back. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. Conger looking. Conger throws. Incomplete. And All-Pro Football 2K8 was totally customizable, but they couldn't use the NFL logos or stadiums or anything like that or players. And even though it was a decent game, in fact, it was a superior game, it didn't sell. So that's why they're not going to go that route. They're not going to go in debt. Conger on 2nd and 10. Conger rolls out and just throws it away. Incomplete to be 3rd down. If you watch videos online on All-Pro Football 2K8, it's a surprisingly good game. But it did not have the NFL license. 3rd and 10 from the 27-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the near side. Conger looking. Conger throws and caught by Alvin Marshall. Down to the 5, a gain of 22. And that'll be a New Orleans first down. The Saints trying to make it a one-possession game. 1st and goal from the 5. Tackled by Willis and Claxton. It is. The last NFL game I sat down and watched was the second half of last season's Super Bowl. Only because the Seahawks were in it. 1st and goal, Wilder down to the 2-yard line, a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Martin Gates on the tackle. 6.5 minutes left. New Orleans needs to punch this in and have time to get another score. 2nd and goal from the 2. Conger under center. Conger to Wilder. Touchdown, New Orleans. James Wilder, a 2-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have made it a one-possession game. It's now 21-13 with the extra point to come. The extra point by Jerome Taylor. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. It's a 7-point ball game. Panthers lead it 21-14 with 6:16 left. There's plenty of time for New Orleans to get a stop on defense. We've got the Packers and the Colts after this. We'll head to Indianapolis for that one. Jerome Taylor will kick off for New Orleans. What the Panthers need is a long drive that eats up time. There's the kick from the 2-yard line. Franklin over the 20, 25, and JT Franklin to the 28-yard line. First down, Carolina. JT Franklin on the return. The Packers and the Colts. All right, the Colts are 4-5. They are 3.5 games behind the Steelers in the AFC Central. And the Green Bay Packers are 6-3. And they are 1 game behind the Detroit Lions in the NFC Central. You are welcome. 1st and 10 from the 28, 3 to the far side. George looking, throws, And caught by Moore. No, incomplete. The linebacker, Andrew Moore, broke up that pass, the 8th-year linebacker out of Nevada. They were looking for Jaron Moore, the tight end. It'd be 2nd and 10, Carolina. 6:07 left. 2nd and 10 from their own 28. The last thing the Panthers want to do here is go 3 and out. 5 wide, empty backfield. George draws back, throws, caught by Franklin. And JT Franklin, 7 yards out to the 35. Make it a 6-yard gain. It'd be 3rd and 4. Ben Clements came up, made the tackle again for the Saints. It's a big 3rd down right here for both teams. Saints defense trying to get a stop. George in the shotgun, 3rd and 4. George looking, throws, and Holt makes the catch, I think. Picks up only a yard. It'll be 4th down. Andrew Moore made the tackle. So New Orleans defense does its job. The Panthers go 3 and out. 5:27 left. And Carolina will punt. Jordan Finch back to punt. It'll be fielded at the 15 by Harper. Ben Harper, the rookie out of San Jose State, brings it out to the 17-yard line. 5:12 remaining, plenty of time for the Saints. Down by a touchdown. We could have overtime the way this one's going. Packers, Colts, Chargers, Broncos still to come here today. 5 wide, empty backfield for Conger on 1st and 10 from the 17. Conger back. Conger throws, and it's nearly picked off. Broken up by David Claxton. That was almost a pick. The Saints got lucky on that one. It'd be 2nd and 10. That pretty much would have ended the game right there, I think, had he caught that. That'll stop the clock with 5:08 left. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Saints come out 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Conger looking. Conger throws and incomplete. He was looking for Logan Hawks. He led him too much. It'll be 3rd and 10. Again, another missed opportunity by Conger overthrowing his receiver. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Four wide for New Orleans, 3 to the far side on 3rd down. Conger looking, throws deep down the sideline, and again, he had a man who had a step. That was Isaac Curtis, and he overthrows him. It'll be 4th down. With just over 5 minutes left, the Saints might just go ahead and punt it away and trust their defense again. Jake White back to punt, gets the punt away. From the 32-yard line, JT Franklin brings it back out to the 38. And that's where Carolina will have it with 4:52 left. Gracie walked in, and now she's walking back out. What? Yeah, save the stakes for tomorrow night. What? I cannot hear. It's all right. I don't mind. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. George in the shotgun.
Let's go.
George hands off to Darryl Holt. And Holt makes his way to the 41. A gain of 3. Carolina keeping it on the ground to eat up the time. Ryder Roberts on the tackle. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. This would be a minor upset. As I said before, if the Saints lose this game, the Rams have already played this week. They've won. If the Saints lose this game and then lose to the Rams next week, the Rams will win the division. On 2nd and 7, George to Holt. And Darryl Holt picks up 4 to the 45-yard line. The Rams would have a 5-game lead with 5 games left, and they would have swept the Saints if that was the case, or that is, if that ends up being the case. 3rd and 4, Carolina. 5 wide. George in the shotgun, empty backfield. 3rd and 4, George looking. George throws and bouncing around, incomplete. They were looking for Jared Moore, the tight end, broken up by Keaton West, the second-year linebacker out of Alabama. And the Saints defense comes up with yet another stop. Saints defense keeping them in the game. It bounced off his helmet. It'll be 4th down. Plenty of time for New Orleans. 3:51 left. Finch back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. Touchback. New Orleans will have it at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10. 3:44 left to play. Down by 7. Again, this is lining up for overtime. Let's see what happens. First and 10 Saints from their own 20. New Orleans comes out 4 wide. Conger in the shotgun. Conger throws outside to Wilder. He catches the ball, but it's going to be a big-time loss. A loss of 7. As Wade Sullivan, the linebacker, came in, made the tackle. Actually, it was Griffey, I'm sorry. Griffey on the tackle. Damian Griffey, the defensive end. A loss of 7 on a swing pass. Panthers read that one beautifully. I think we had an injury timeout on the play. That's why we have a bit of a delay here. It'll be 2nd and 17 for the Saints at their own 13-yard line. New Orleans comes out 4 wide, single back. Conger in the gun. Conger draws back. It's a blitz. Gets it outside to Lattimore. And that's going to be a loss of 3 more. As the Panthers are reading these swing passes. Mike Willis on the tackle this time. It'll be 3rd and 20. As they get Lattimore behind the line of scrimmage. 3:26 and counting. And now the Saints face a 3rd and 20 down by 7. Yeah, good drive so far. Picture perfect. Not. 3rd and 20 now from the 10-yard line. 3 to the far side. Conger in the shotgun on 3rd down. Conger looking, throws, and Ferguson makes the catch, but he only gains 6 yards. That's going to bring up 4th and 14 as we're under 3 minutes. Eric O'Neal came up, the defensive back, and made the tackle. Saints might punt it away and trust their defense again. Jake White gets the punt away. From the 30, J.T. Franklin brings it back to the 35. What? No, tomorrow. Tomorrow, Miss Jean. I don't want it right now. .242 left to play. Carolina up by 7. They'll have it at their own 35-yard line. Three wide to the far side. George in the shotgun. 1st and 10. George looking, throws, dumps it off to Lee. Philip Lee with a first down into Saint territory, all the way down to the 34-yard line. That's a 29-yard gain. Actually, it's a 31-yard gain, I'm sorry, down to the 34-yard line. That was a huge play for Carolina. Even if the Panthers get a field goal, it'll make it a 2-possession game. Philip Lee, the second-year tight end out of Southern Miss. .220 and counting. This loss is really going to hurt the Saints' playoff chances. 2-minute warning. Panthers up 21-14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to the Louisiana Superdome, New Orleans, Louisiana. 2 minutes left in regulation. Panthers lead it 21-14. And Carolina has it 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 34-yard line. The Saints are going to have to start using their timeouts. It'd be a 51-yard field goal from here. Panthers come out with 3 backs in the backfield. George in the shotgun amongst them. George to Holt, and Darryl Holt makes his way to the 30-yard line. New Orleans takes a timeout. A gain of 4 yards. It'd be 2nd and 6. Now it's a 47-yard field goal for Carolina. Well, I got to give the Panthers some credit. They played a pretty good game today. New Orleans, not so much. The Saints, if something doesn't happen here, they're going to drop to 5-4 or 5-5, excuse me. And Carolina's going to be 3-7. George under center, 2nd and 6. George hands off to Dupree. Isaiah Dupree, no gain. And the Saints take a timeout. Excuse me. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the 30-yard line. New Orleans has 1 timeout left. .152 on the clock. And the Carolina Panthers will keep their very slim playoff hopes alive. They have to run the table and get to 9-7 and hope for the best. On 3rd and 6, 4 wide, 3 to the near side. George in the gun. George looking, throws, and incomplete. It'll be 4th down. They were looking for J.T. Franklin, and this will be a 47-yard field goal attempt by Chris Jackson. From 47. Kick is up. And it's good. Panthers lead by 10, 24-14 with 1:43 left. Carolina has made it a 2-score game with 1:43 left. And New Orleans has just 1 timeout. Well, Davis, from what I understand, the NFL likes its agreement with EA Sports. I think the biggest reason why they don't let anybody else do a game, well, 2 reasons. If one company produces your game, you can control it better. There's the kickoff from the 2-yard line. Harper brings it back over the 20-25, and Harper out to the 28-yard line for New Orleans. Ben Harper. And if you remember, when the exclusivity license came up for renewal, EA didn't want to do it. But the NFL blackmailed them into it. He says either you do it or you lose it. We'll sign with somebody else. Just wait for the NFL to extort money out of EA. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. Conger looking. Conger throws, caught by Ferguson. Out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 9. Be 2nd and 1. Saints in the hurry up. 1:30 left. They're down by 10. Conger in the shotgun. Conger draws back, looking, throws, dumps it off to Wilder. And Wilder gets out to the 44, gain of 7. Saints stay in the hurry up. First and 10 from their own 44-yard line. 4 wide, Conger in the gun. Conger back. Conger throws near side, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:06 left. As much as I would love to blame EA, right now it's the NFL is the one.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Conger to Wilder across midfield. And Wilder to the 46-yard line. A gain of 10. That'll be a Saint first down. That'll move the chains. And Conger will spike the ball with 51 seconds left. And the Saints will fall to 500 at 5-5. Second and 10 from the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Green,
Conger in the shotgun. 4 wide. Conger back. Conger steps up. He's going to take off, but he doesn't go far. Picks up 3 to the 43. They stay in the hurry up. It'll be 3rd and 7. They got to get the receivers back. Down to 34 seconds. Conger looking. Conger throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carolina. Everett McCleskey, the 4th-year defensive back out of Akron, picks it off at the 21, and that'll do it. Carolina's going to get the upset win. 24-14 over New Orleans. We have Green Bay at Indianapolis up next. Two more snaps and this game is over. Yep, glad you chose the Saints. Beneghetti's 0-1. First and 10 in the victory formation. George takes a knee. New Orleans takes a timeout. One more snap and this one's done. And then we'll head up to Indianapolis for the Colts and the Packers. See, Gracie missed this game. She's going to be 53 and 54, 1 game under. Evil Dead missed this game. He's 72 and 55. He's now 17 games over. And Misty missed this game, and she got this one right. She took the Panthers. She's 53 and 53, right at 500. George takes a knee, and that'll do it. They don't have to snap it again. As the clock will tick down. Your final score, Panthers 24 and the Saints 14. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Packers and the Colts up next.